All right, good afternoon. You are attending a hearing of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City. If you're dissatisfied with our decision today, you may seek a judicial review of our administrative decision by filing within 30 days with the Baltimore City Circuit Court. All right, we'll call the first case at this time.
1 p.m. case, Matthew Earl and Victoria Rothgeb, Stay Thirsty LLC, trading as World of Beer, 1724 Whetstone Way, Class D beer and wine license, application and transfer ownership and location of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 1476 Reynolds Street with 1724 Whetstone Way. Change of Class B beer, wine, and liquor license to a Class D beer, wine license. Request for outdoor table service and live entertainment. Everybody testify, please support and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm your testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. All right, Ms. Hecker, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you. For the record, Caroline Hecker, Rosenberg Martin, on behalf of the applicant, Matthew Earl, who's standing here to my right, fine, also Rosenberg Martin is with us as well. With your permission, I'd like to proceed by way of a proffer.
Certainly.
I've handed out a set of files that have the exhibits that we'll walk through this afternoon. As Mr. White mentioned, this is an application to transfer an existing license. It's an existing 6-day Class D beer, wine, and liquor license. They're currently located at 1476 Reynolds Street. We're applying to convert it to a 7-day Class D beer and wine license to be held by Stay Thirsty LLC, trading as the World of Beer, Matthew Earl and Victoria Rothgeb at 1724 Whetstone Way. Ms. Rothgeb was unable to join us this afternoon for the hearing. As I mentioned, the applicant is Stay Thirsty LLC, trading as the World of Beer. Mr. Earl and his business partner, Mr. John Stein, own 100% of the interest in Stay Thirsty LLC. And Mr. Earl and Ms. Rothgeb will be the licensees on the license. World of Beer is a nationwide franchise that focuses on bringing people together who share a love of craft beer, sports, and live music. In your file, the first exhibit you'll see is some excerpts from their website. They offer an extensive selection of beer. They have a very knowledgeable staff that appeals both to beer aficionados and those interested in learning more about their favorite types of beer. There's a sample beer list in the menu, beer menu in the exhibit file from the Arlington, Virginia location. That's operated by a different franchisee, but it'll be somewhat similar to what will be offered at this location. This location also will offer a small menu. There's an exhibit in the file with a sample menu from the Arlington, Virginia location as well. This will be something similar, probably not exactly the same, but this will give you the flavor. This is also an application to include live entertainment. They're planning to have it approximately 3 nights a week, probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're planning to have small bands. Their goal is not to have rock band, real loud rock band music. The idea being that one could enjoy their conversation over their beers without being drowned out by the music. World of Beer will be located in a currently vacant space in the McHenry Row Shopping Center in Locust Point. In the file, you'll see some photos of the proposed location. And they are planning to include outdoor seating and table service, which is permitted under the Chesapeake Paperboard PUD. There's a copy of that in the file as well for your reference. You'll also see in the file a floor plan showing their proposed layout. That would be our next exhibit. And their proposed hours of operation are 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. 7 days a week. This project will be a capital investment of approximately $750,000, and the new tavern is expected to create approximately 30 full and part-time new jobs. As I mentioned, we will be offering live entertainment. There'll be small bands. We will also be applying to the zoning board for that authorization. We know we need to get zoning approval as well for that. Mr. Earl will be involved in the day-to-day operations of the restaurant, but he will be hiring full-time experienced managers who have experience with this type of location, and he and his managers will all complete the alcoholic beverages safety training course. We do feel there's a need for a 7-day Class D beer and wine license at this location. The World of Beer will offer a unique selection of beers that are not otherwise available at McHenry Row. Their knowledgeable staff will provide unique services. You'll see that there is a petition in the file. It's got about 40 or 41 signatures of people who support the application. We have met with the Locust Point Civic Association. They do not object to it. I understand that they were planning to send a letter. I'm not certain if it was received yet by the zoning board, or excuse me, the liquor board. But we do understand that they are in support of it and intended to send a letter.
All right.
Mr. Earl would conclude by testifying that his application was correct and accurate, and he has read the rules and regulations of the Baltimore City Liquor Board and agrees to abide by them. Ms. Rothgeb is a licensee on another license. She, as I mentioned, is not able to be here today, but she is familiar with the rules and regulations of the Liquor Board.
She's on the license with Townhouse.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Earl, you have been employed for the last 12 years with the University of Maryland School of Medicine.
That is correct.
All right, do you have any prior management in alcohol retail?
I do not. I do not.
All right, who's going to manage, who's going to make, who with the experience is going to be in on this?
So the nice thing is with World of Beer is they support us in finding employment for general managers and assistant managers, product managers, and they have extensive experience in having those connections and bringing people into other World of Beer locations.
All right, you're going to be a 70% owner of this business?
Yes,
And Mr. Stein from Crofton is going to be a 30% owner?
30%.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I don't have any further, oh, and when do you want to open?
We're shooting for early August.
Should be open in time for Baltimore Beer Week.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. That's right. Well, they'll come out and support you. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and mark and receive the exhibits at this time. Your proffered testimony is the first exhibit received. Applicant's second is the web information on the corporation. The beer menu is applicant's 3. Food menu is applicant's 4. Photographs of the property is applicant's 5. The PUD, Plan Unit Development Ordinance, is the 6th exhibit. Floor plan is 7th exhibit. And petition and support will be the 8th exhibit. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
We believe that there is a public need and desire for the new tavern that will activate a currently vacant space in the McHenry Row Shopping Center, and it'll be an amenity for those who live and work there. It will not have an adverse impact on existing licensees. There are other licensees in McHenry Row, but this is a unique service. There's nothing similar that offers a comparable beer selection within McHenry Row. And in addition, we have met with the local community association. They do support it as well. So we don't believe that there will be a negative impact on health, safety, or welfare of the community.
But you say you still need to go to zoning for outdoor table and live entertainment.
For live entertainment, not for outdoor table service.
And you were approved by for outdoor tables by zoning previously?
It's in the PUD.
In the PUD. Okay,
Yes.
great. All right. Anything else?
I have 2 questions, Chairman. As it pertains to the live entertainment, did you specify hours for the live entertainment? I know you said 3 days a week, but...
We haven't specified hours. We're working on the application for the zoning board, which requires, it's a 6-page application with a lot of details, one of which is that question. We're hammering that out.
Okay. And you stated that the volume will be controlled. What measures will you take to ensure that it is controlled? And how will you know it needs to be turned up or down? What do you do?
Right, so part of the World of Beer concept is to make sure that the volumes are set at a level that makes it enjoyable for everyone. Within the sound system, there are means by which the levels will be controlled. We have decibel ways to measure to make sure that they are at acceptable levels. So, I mean, the point is, we don't want to be a burden on the surrounding community. We want it to be a great experience, and part of that is keeping music levels at a reasonable level.
And what options do the residents have if the noise is at a volume that disturbs them? Will they be able to contact you? Will you give your number out?
Yes.
Talk me through that.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
You're personally going to give out your number?
well, yeah,
Your managers.
managers, right, yeah.
Okay, so there will
Yep.
be a number that residents can call if they have a complaint or like to talk
Right.
to someone about the operations.
Right, there will be a mechanism by which residents can voice their displeasure if the volumes are too loud.
And Ms. Hector,
Yeah.
has that been articulated to the residents or the community association that's over there? And
If it hasn't, it will be.
okay, all right, thank you. Nothing further.
And Mr. Earl, not to belabor the point, but as a franchisee, you probably have some restrictions through your contract with respect to music, type of entertainment, et cetera.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. We'll go ahead and go off the record if there are no other questions, no other evidence. All right. All right, let's go ahead and go on the record in our decision phase for April 4th, 2013. Matthew Earl and Victoria Rothgeb, Stay Thirsty LLC, trading as World of Beer at 1724 Whetstone Way. This is a request to transfer ownership and location of a B license at 1476 Reynolds Street, moving it to 1724 Whetstone Way, and converting it to a B, beer, wine, and liquor license, to a D, beer and wine license, 7-day. There's also a request for outdoor table service and live entertainment. Board heard from Mr. Earl, particularly we heard argument and received evidence from Attorney Caroline Hecker. The board does determine, after reviewing the application, that Mr. Earl is a fit and proper person to be a licensee in Baltimore City. We reviewed the web information regarding the concept, the extensive beer list, the menu, photos of the location showing a very clean and professional place. And in the PUD, apparently you are permitted outdoor tables. We've also reviewed the floor plan and petition in support of this request. So we'll determine that there is indeed a public need and desire for this request. There's a de minimis impact on existing licensees. There's a potential uniqueness of products to be offered by your business. De minimis impact on the general health, safety, and welfare of the community, including crime, traffic, parking, and convenience. We're going to go ahead and approve your request at this time. The outdoor table service will be subject to the terms of the planned unit development, and live entertainment to be granted within the scope of your permission from zoning in the future. Any other questions? Anything? All right, thank you, and good luck. Welcome to Baltimore.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Yep.
We're off the record.